Hi, beautiful people. This is day 24. Whoops! King David, he's so wise. Did you notice this is the first time at 27, 28 that we're about to talk about today? Look this, look, see. David had a special kind of wisdom. He had sense. That guy had sense. It may not look like a big deal to you when you're looking through the scriptures because, discretion is something that is lacking these days. Everybody wants to tell their business on social media, You get in the car, snap, is your Instagram. But that's why we take beautiful pictures to share, right? No, that's dumb. Some pictures should be for yourself. Take it to remind yourself. After Google will tell you on the day that it happened last year, 6 years ago, that on this day, so day, hey, use it to relieve the memory. Some things are not for social media. And I learned discretion as I saw the story in 1 Samuel today. David lived with the Philistines for 1 year, 4 months. That's a long time to be with the enemy. Just yesterday, we talked about how Saul was in battle with the Philistines. During this time, he was chasing David. So don't even think they were poles apart. This is what happening concurrently. Now, David meets Achish. I don't know what to call their kind of government. No, we have a... What's all those things we learned in government class? Judiciary, legislative. I don't know anymore, But they had this thing they called the rulers of the Philistines, the 5 lords or the 5 rulers and all of that. They had that. But this Achish guy seemed like a very prominent person, And David, he's a king actually, and David was living with him. David would go out and raid Amalek. The Amalekites are Israel's enemies. Remember when we were reading the first books, through Exodus all about, we saw how they begged, Israel begged them that they should pass through their land, and they said no, they refused them. Now God sent Saul to go and clear Amalek for that thing they did. Saul did not do it. He kept their king and brought fat things. You understand? So that was another mistake that Saul had made. So we're not discussing Saul today, we're discussing David and the wisdom of discretion. Now we see David continue to do the Lord's work. He's been anointed as king. Remember, he had the anointing of his life, the anointing of the warrior, the anointing of the king and the leader. And he's still doing God's work of going to deal with all the enemies that were troubling Israel all around, the people that God said they should clear. And David was doing that. He went to Amalek, he went to 2 other places that the Bible called in that chapter, and he cleared up. The Bible says everywhere David went, he did not leave any single person alive because they could tell on him. David was a wise man. And then when he comes back and Achish asked him, so David, where did you go raiding today? You said, the Negev of Judah, the Negev, that's boundaries of calling places that are close to Israel. So that Achish will ask, okay, so if you are dealing with the enemies, if you are still dealing with the enemies of Israel, then I cannot trust you. And then you know that they already have a history with Samson from Israel. How Samson, came to get married to their daughter, but still do things against them and all of that. So because David was discreet, David was not talking too much, David was keeping what should be kept. The Bible said he won the trust of Achish. I don't understand how 2 countries that are in formidable battle, constant battle, hot battle, can actually cohabit. Like, how did David do it if not for wisdom? And it just stood out to me that it's important that we are discreet in our lives, in our everyday dealings. No matter how you feel like you're close. In fact, Achish even thought that David would become his bodyguard. Achish said to him, he's been loyal, he's been here all these years, so I can make him my bodyguard. To the fact that when the Philistines and the Israelites are supposed to, go on the battle, the Bible says that Achish told David to come along with him to fight Israel. And of course, David agreed. I would have loved to see the end. Like, was David really going to get there and switch position and kill the Philistines? Or was he really going to fight Israel? David that could not kill Saul. David that could not, oh my God, I could not hurt Saul. David that was shot to everybody that attempted to do anything to Saul. He would have definitely switched in battle. I believe, based on studying his character over the years and through the chapters we looked at, I believe that they would have switched. And that was what the lords of the Philistines saw. They said to Achish, are you stupid? To realize this guy was going to change position when we get to war. Send him back to wherever you were keeping him. And Achish told David, I know I trust you and I really would have loved you to go in battle with us, but the Israelites, the Philistines don't trust you. So David went back, and I thank God that David went back, because David went back and we find out he saw that Ziklag had been raided, which is a part of the Philistine nation that was assigned to him. And the Bible says till today, Ziklag still belongs to the rulers of Israel, because that was a gift that Achish gave to David. And we saw what happened to How David went to God and said, do I pursue? Yes, pursue. David kept asking. That's a whole different message. I don't want to go there. Let's just focus on this part of discretion. You know, so I saw how David knew when to shut up. David knew how to serve, how to give a response, but also not also keep the most important things. If there's anything I believe that God would like us to start doing this year, is to be discreet. Because sometimes, not just social media, even in conversations, you met somebody in 5 minutes and they know your generation. They know your great-grandfather. They know that great-grandfather died of stroke. They know that your mother, God forbid, they know that your auntie, you know, got married and left the house. I mean, why are you telling so much in few minutes? But this is David who lived with someone for 1 year and 4 months, and the guy did not know where David was going, yet he was going out and coming in. Sometimes to people who are living with you should not even know too much. It's not everything you tell a best friend, it's not everything you tell a sister, it's not everything you tell a cousin, yes, even your blood brother, it's not everything you tell. I won't say the same for spouses but then I always say, be wise. If your spouse is a tap that is always talking, my dear, wait for your plans to work out before you tell your spouse, because you know that if you tell this girl or you tell this boy, he's going to tell your word. When you're in that situation, to use your sense, be discreet, so that the plan of God for your life will not be aborted before time. Let's learn from David. Don't tell everything. Don't tell too much. And if you have to post, don't post about anything that gives all the information that your enemies can use against you. Be like David. Take care. See you tomorrow.